So number 5 today is get a health checkup. Now, it's good to have a medical checkup. We're going to get your blood pressure and have a blood analysis done on a regular basis, or some of the medical tests that they do. Those are great. However, you have to go deeper in what I call a functional medicine type testing. So what that's going to do is not just take a look at symptoms and diseases, but to look at why your body's starting to break down way before it becomes sick, way before you get a severe disease. So I like to do a simple urine test that's going to check, first of all, the bowel flora. That is the good bacteria levels in the gut. And it tells us if we have other issues going on in there also, especially if somebody's had antibiotic use throughout their lifetime. The other thing we look for is we want to check and see what their body's cellular pH is, or their urine pH, because the more acidic it is, the more toxic they are and the more susceptible they are to getting sick. We want our body to be a little bit on the alkaline side, or at least in the urine 6.5 to 7.0, so that we're not building up all this toxic acidic waste which causes aches and pains all over your body. All right. The other thing we want to take a look at is our stress glands, because everybody's stressed out these days. We're just overloaded. We're stressed out physically, emotionally, and chemically nowadays. So we can do a simple adrenal test that will check that and see how's your body handling stress. Other tests that we can do is a Candida yeast test. Did you know that Candida yeast, if it's built up in your body, can add an extra 31 pounds of weight that people can't lose unless they get rid of that Candida yeast? They'll have uncontrollable sweet cravings. They get brain fog. All these types of things go on. Digestive issues like IBS, all related back to this overgrowth of yeast and fungus. And it can go throughout your body. It can cause sinus troubles, ear troubles, into the lungs with asthma, allergies, all these kinds of things. So simple tests for Candida yeast is very, very important. The other thing we like to do is we can do a hair analysis, where we take a little bit of hair off the back of the neck there, send it into a lab, and they can check you for heavy metals, aluminum, cadmium, lead, mercury, all these things that cause dementia. They're causing Alzheimer's. They're related to Parkinson's disease. They're related to chronic candida issues and all kinds of other health issues. So we know that a lot of people have lots of heavy metals in their system, and we can do a simple test for that. The other thing that test will do with the hair analysis is it'll check your methylation levels. So methylation is really important because that is the pathway that turns on the good genes or shuts off or can turn on the bad genes. So we don't want, obviously, the bad genes, the cancer genes, the diabetes genes, the heart disease genes to be turned on if you have a weakness. We want to keep them shut off, and having proper methylation will help keep those bad genes shut off. So extremely important to have that tested. So once you go through and have a functional test like that, then you can also do things like saliva tests to check your hormones. Thyroid is very important for people that have trouble where gals are losing their hair, their fingernails break off, they got weight issues, they can't sleep very well, they've got problems with chronic pain. All those things can be a hidden thyroid problem. Obviously, the adrenals are the other thing we can check. And then things like progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, especially for perimenopausal and postmenopausal females. But even males can have low testosterone and other excess estrogen in their system, especially if they have any issues with obesity. So these are some simple tests that we can check to find out, are your hormones working properly, and are they a reason why you may have difficulty losing weight, which 75% of the population does. So these are a few of the things, my top 5, and I wanted to just kind of go through those again with you. First of all, eat healthy. Take care of your body. Take care of your hormones. Take care of your make a choice to make the foods that are going to be good for your body, that are going to cause your body to become healthier. Second of all, we want to make sure that we're getting enough water in our system. We want to make sure that we're getting some good exercise in our system. We want to make sure we're detoxifying our body on a regular basis. Clean out the poisons, get the junk out of there. And finally, a functional health assessment would be extremely important to start out your new year. So these are the first 5. I'll give you the second 5 on the next video. I hope that you have a wonderful holiday. God bless, and we'll talk to you soon.